I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm clicking cookies while I'm Let's Playing Sonic Adventure 2. Maybe it's unprofessional of me to not give my Let's Play the full, undivided attention it deserves. But I'll be honest, I usually don't do that with Let's Plays anyway. I almost always have, like, Instant Messenger or something open. So Tails in this game, he like not the little flying fox he always is. He drives around in like this robo armor that has lock-on missiles and stuff. And it's totally mindless, super easy gameplay, but it's decently fun. Like, back in the GameCube days, let's see, what would it have been competing with? Like Mario Sunshine, Star Fox Adventures, stuff like that. I could see like a Tails Robo-Mech game competing with those on my gaming shelf. The camera would have to be better, but we won't dwell too much more on that. The camera is way less relevant in Tails levels anyway because they're mostly on rails. And here's the last boss. Fight Dr. Eggman, it will win the game. I'm just gonna sit here, like, I beat him last time just by rapid firing him. Oh, he got close to me. I don't know if that worked. I think I'm actually gonna dodge his shots, and I'll be okay. And yeah, he's almost dead. That's it. I don't know if there's a strategy to that boss, but I just hammered the button really fast and tried to move out of his way, and it worked. So I figured the second time I fought him, I would use the same strategy and see how that worked. Worked great! Good job, Brickroad! Eggman is playable in this game in the dark side of the story.
Won't be so lucky.
All of the three heroes, I guess, the same three level types are repeated in the dark side. Like, Shadow gets the super speed tunnel levels, and Dr. Eggman gets the robo suit levels, and then Rouge the Bat gets the really crappy hunt down the Master Emerald levels. I had to break my personal rule, which is usually to ignore that he's named Eggman and call him Robotnik, because this game, like, the word Eggman is on the screen all the time. Every scene he's in, it pops up, Dr. Eggman. Impossible to ignore. Like, right there, if I was reviewing this game, that's minus 10 points right there. They call him Eggman, not Robotnik. Terrible Sonic game, put it in the garbage. So Tails' thing is he holds down the square button for a second to send out homing missiles. That is Tails' only thing. And it's, like I said, it's not super fun. It's really not enough to carry a whole game, but I think they could make it enough to carry a whole game if they were a little more careful about it. Tails is, in my opinion, the most fun of the three characters to play. And there are quite a lot of Tails levels. And actually, there is quite a little bit of variance to the Tails levels as well. Like, they're not all just the same exact thing over and over, which is nice. I need to kill this guy out here, I think. There we go. And that opens the door. Tails does say okay a lot, and you can see all the little collectibles down there I'm getting. I have no idea what those do. Something about the Chow dimension. There are a lot of little, like, side missions and things you can do in levels. After you play a level the first time, you get little side missions you can do. I will not be doing any of those. I'm just going to do a story clear. That alone will take a lot of time, I think. So, I'm sure there are wonderful 100% clears of this game elsewhere on the internet. The other weird thing about Tails is his rings are his life, but not in the same way as Sonic and Knuckles, because he has like a little life bar down there, and getting rings fills it up. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Like, I don't feel horrible about it. Like, oh man, how did I fall off that platform? That was incredible. That was excellent skill there, Brickroad. And I did it again, my goodness. I was trying to push forward, but Tails didn't want to walk forward. He wanted to walk to the side, regardless of what I wanted him to do. I don't know, having a life bar like that just kind of feels like the antithesis of Sonic gameplay to me. Like, as long as I get one ring, I should be able to stay alive. But Sonic Adventure 2 does not agree with me. Another game I have absolutely no knowledge about whatsoever is the first Sonic Adventure. Like, I have no idea what that game is like. I've never played it, I've never watched videos of it. I probably should watch videos of it. Maybe I'll do that after I watch the first session, or maybe after I play the first session of Sonic Adventure 2, just kind of go educate myself on the original Sonic Adventure. Maybe that will provide some good context. Like, if I know how this game improved on its prequel, maybe that will help me to kind of, I don't want to say apologize for. That's wrong. Maybe understand is the correct word. Understand some of the faults that it has, or that I think it has. I want to try to remain as subjective as possible, because, like, this isn't just some random game I played. Like, a guy I actually know and like said, hey, play this game, and I don't want to be like, haha, you have a terrible taste in games, even though it might technically be true. But we'll find out. I do that sometimes. Sometimes when, like, people I know say they really like the game, but then I don't like it, I have to think for a second, like, there's something wrong with me. Like, what am I not getting about this game? In the case of Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know. That is going to be the goal of this Let's Play, is to figure out why a lot of people enjoy it and I didn't. Part of it might just be I didn't play it back in the day. It is very difficult. Let me see if I can quantify this properly. When it comes to playing, like, old games, retro games, not every generation of game is created equal. Let me see if I can kind of qualify that statement. Like, okay, take Metroid, okay? Metroid is hard as crap to play. Why can't I just go through there? Is it... There we go, I got the last guy in there. Metroid is almost impossible to play. With modern standards, almost unplayable. I can't imagine anybody who didn't play Metroid on the NES going and playing it for the first time and enjoying it. Like, that is... Just because the game was so ambitious for its for the system it came out on. And I fell again. I think I'm going to use this one first, though. There we go. And then I can hit that guy from there, and then I can go up here. But then you got Super Metroid. But Super Metroid has... In fact, Super Metroid introduced a lot of the modern Metroid trappings that make Metroid games playable. Like, you've got your mini-map, and you've got your, like, indicator of how many items you've got, and you've got refill stations and save points and things like that. So Super Metroid remains very accessible now, even though it came out in 1994. So that style of game didn't work well in 8-bits, but worked beautifully in 16-bits. I kind of feel that way about some of these 3D adventure games from that middle generation, say from, like, PS1 through the GameCube era. A lot of those 3D adventure games did not age as well as the older 2D games did. Try going back and play Tomb Raider for PlayStation 1. Try playing that after playing any of the modern Tomb Raider games. I dare you to finish that game. You won't do it. You know why? Because it's impossible. Your brain will explode. So it's entirely possible that Sonic Adventure 2 is one of those games you had to be there in 2001 with that 2001 mindset going into it to really enjoy it. Another thing might be I was already, like, I wasn't, like, old in 2001, but I was older than a lot of modern Sonic fans would have been. Like, people who played this game when they were 8, 9, 10 years old touched a really deep special place in their heart, but I don't even want to think about how old I was, because it'll date myself. It's too terrible to think about. No, I was like 19, 20 years old in that era. So, I already had a huge gaming history behind me, so I would have already come into Sonic Adventure 2 with a lot of baggage. Most specifically, this isn't as fun as Sonic 3. So, I did buy the Sonic Mega Collection for GameCube, played the crap out of that. So that was my GameCube Sonic game that I had. Everybody else had Sonic Adventure, I guess. Metal Harbor is the next Sonic level. I'm going to pick up the next Sonic level in the next session as soon as the game lets me pause it right there. There we go, I can pause. So guys, thanks for coming along on my Sonic Adventure journey, and we will complete it. I'm Brickroad, and I'll see you tomorrow.